So at this time, I'd like to welcome Dr. Sanjay Rai to the podium to introduce our special guest.
It is my distinct honor this evening to introduce Mr. Frank Islam to you. Mr. Islam is an information technology entrepreneur, investor, philanthropist, civic leader, and writer who heads the FI Investment Group. He was the founder and CEO of the QSS Group. US President Barack Obama appointed him to the General Trustee of the Board of Trustees of John F. Kennedy Center of the Performing Arts. More importantly, Mr. Islam is a dear friend of Montgomery College. At Montgomery College, he has established a lecture series named after him, Frank Islam Athenaeum Symposia. Please look out for wonderful events that Symposia brings out for local community. Speakers from Mahatma Gandhi's grandson to Lily Ledbetter to Ambassador Nirupma Rao has been speakers at the series. His generosity has brought opportunities for his students in higher education across the globe. He has established Frank Islam Management School at Aligarh Muslim University, then universities in Maryland, Virginia, United Arab Emirates. Our list is long. United States Institute of Peace has been recipient of his generosity as well. I take a personal pride in calling Mr. Islam my friend, my mentor, my guide. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Frank Islam.
You know, Sanjay does a good job for introduction, so I should have him everywhere for my introduction. So, good evening, and thank you, Sanjay, for your kind introduction. So, where is Manoj and Geeta? Thank you, Manoj and Geeta, for your leadership. Both of you provide the example and set the standard, and both of you are difference makers. You have done a marvelous job in founding and sustaining the DC South Asia Film Festival. Let's give them a big round of applause. Stand up. Where's Geeta? Geeta has disappeared, gone with the wind. So this is the 5th DC South Asian Film Festival closing ceremony in which I have participated. So thank you, Manoj and Geeta, for inviting me to deliver the closing remarks again. It is wonderful to be back here. As I have said in the past, and I will say it again, DC South Asia Film Festival has become one of the most enduring institutions associated with South Asian performing arts and culture in this city. Year after year, it brings the best of the independent cinema from the subcontinent to the Washington area. This festival serves as a platform for some of the best and brightest South Asians and South Asian American to showcase their work. Before I forget, I want to thank Montgomery College and my good friend Dr. Sanjay Rai for their support for the festival. Let's give them a big round of applause to Frank and Sanjay Rai. My wife Debbie and I have been privileged to be partners in the festival for the past 5 years. Promoting art and culture is one of the key areas of focus of Frank Islam and Debbie Dreisman Foundation, and we are very proud of our association with DC South Asia Film Festival. Over the years, thanks to the festival, we all have been able to meet in person and interact with a number of leading Bollywood and South Asian filmmakers, actors, and writers. DC South Asian Film Festival's alumni include illustrious names such as Shyam Benegal, Ketan Mehta, Prakash Jha, Aparna Sen, Suman Ghosh, Deepa Mehta, Bani Kapoor, Manisha Koirala, Farooq Sheikh, Nandita Das, Seema Biswas, and Zinat Aman, and Shabana Azmi. Ladies and gentlemen, if there was a Hall of Fame or Walk of Fame, I'm sure that the names of these cinematic greats would be etched there. This year, we had a distinguished filmmaker from Pakistan, Bangladesh, and other South Asian film industries in the festival, to name just a few. Shabana Azmi was here for the second time presenting her film, Kafi Nama. I'm glad the DC South Asian Film Festival was able to showcase Kafi Nama, and Shabana Azmi was able to come and talk about her legendary father. Sumantra Ghoshal provided us with a documentary on the life and the work of the great poet Kafi Azmi. Growing up, Kafi Azmi was a man I looked up and admired greatly. Please allow me to indulge in a little bit of parochial pride. Kafi Azmi was born not very far from where I was born and studied at the same university, Aligarh Muslim University. So thank you, Mr. Ghoshal. Is he here? Thank you, Mr. Ghoshal, for depicting his posterity. Our own Vikas Khanna, is he here? Oh, Vikas, how are you? Good to see you. Our own Vikas Khanna is here. He is a great chef, a filmmaker, and humanitarian. His film, The Last Color, provides insight on the daily struggle for survival on the street of Banaras. Banaras, the city of light, is a place that is very close to my heart. It is where I spent my substantial part of my childhood. It is a great coincidence that I have personal connection through a vicarious way to the subject of this year's DC South Asia Film Festival's opening and closing films. So they have asked me to keep my closing remarks brief, and I will. Before I close, however, I would be remiss if I did not examine what's going on here in the broader context. A few years ago, perhaps the largest South Asian American gathering in the history of the United States of America, a celebratory event featuring the Prime Minister Modi of India, took place in the city of Houston. A few blocks away, one of the largest South Asian protests in the country's history was held by those opposed to India's action in the state of Kashmir. While the peaceful nature of the two assemblies reflect the greatness of the American democracy and our faith in and adherence to the First Amendment, they also revealed the large division in South Asian American diaspora. Those divisions reflect differences not created here, but brought back to this country from South Asia. They reflect pre-existing built-in biases and prejudices that have not been erased, but still exist below the surface. Contrast the contentiousness and division seen in Houston with the communal peace and harmony demonstrated at this gathering. In this audience, there are Indian Americans, Pakistani Americans, Bangladeshi Americans, and other South Asian Americans, individuals of various religions, caste, creeds, religion, background, and belief. We are the proof that art and culture can transcend all boundaries. They are the proof that art can be a major force for unification, and it can represent the best of our humanity. In recognition of their potential to bring us together and to foster unity across cultures, community, and religion, let me conclude with a small poem by Kafi Azmi titled Hausala, which means courage. Because courage is what we need in this hour to overcome and defeat those divisions and rise above the angry and divisive politics in order to find our shared sense of humanity and a common ground. I will recite the English version of the poem since many of you here might not understand the original Urdu version. So let me say courage. You are the sun, do not hide behind clouds. You are the moon, do not stop shining. You are a woman in love, do not subdue your desire. You are lightning, do not stop sparking. And yet, love has not conceded defeat. As yet, do not give up on love. So thank you for listening to me and for all you do to make India and the world a better place through your artistic endeavors. And I ask all of you, please do not give up on love. Continue to show us through your work and films that there can be light in South Asia, in this city, in this country, and in the world. So once again, I want to sincerely thank Geeta and Manoj for inviting me to speak, and God bless you all.
So at this point, I'd like all the presenters to come up on stage. So we have a lot of awards to give out still. So Dr. Kelly, Dr. Rai, Dr. Banik, Frank Islam, and Debbie Dreisman. So now to present the award for Best Documentary, Frank Islam and Debbie Dreisman.
So you announce it. You tell me who it is.
Okay, the best documentary, and I think a lot of people saw it today, and I could see that they really liked it. Ask the Sexpert.
Presenting the award for the Best Documentary Audience Choice is Frank Islam and Debbie Dreisman.
So who is this fellow that we have to give award to? So what is this thing here? What does it say? Best documentary, audience choice?
The audience choice, Kathy Nama.
Kathy Nama. Oh, is anybody there?
No, they're also
So
left.
Shabana Azmi is not here. She's in Chicago.
Even the director. They left for Houston yesterday. They're at the Chicago Film Festival today.
Okay, well, you keep this one, Manoj, for yourself. You come over here and get the award from us, both of us.
So the best feature film, audience choice, also went to The Illegal. There's a request. All the awardees who have won awards and are here, as you saw, a lot of them are not here. Please come up to take a picture. They want to take a group picture. Please.